This is where the fun begins.
Hello there. How's it going?
Hey everyone, Hybrid Toy Reviews here, and today we're going to take a look at the Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron Shadow V-Wing Starfighter. So this is a repaint of the Republic V-Wing Starfighter, but they were repainted with some black markings during the early days of the Empire. This is actually a chase. This is a 1 of 1500 rare. I don't know how rare it is because I found one at a local Walmart like 2 months ago, and so I got it just for the sake of having it. And then last week, I found 2 at my local most Walmart. I called 1313 Tommy because I figured maybe he would want it. That same day, there were 2 at his local Walmart. We saw some reports in the 1313 Discord about other people finding it at their local Walmarts. It seemed like one day every Walmart got 2 of them. So I don't know how rare they actually are, but it seems to have been one of the easier chases to get. So I ended up grabbing a duplicate, just a second one to open. So let's go ahead and get into the review and see if this is something you should pick up for your collection. You know the drill. We start by taking a look at the packaging. This is a very deep bubble on a card. So very much what you would expect from Micro Galaxy Squadron. You have your Star Wars logo up above. There's a red planet. I believe that to be Dathomir. Behind there's, I think that's the Mace Windu Starfighter. And I guess that's an Imperial V-Wing in there somewhere. They hide, yeah, there you go. You see it way back in there. They hide so much of the cool art behind the figures and the ships. It's really weird. But you have Series 5 in purple over there. You have a picture of the pilot getting stuck in. It says it comes with Imperial pilot and astromech. Again, 1 of 1500 rare. You see your ship in there. Micro Galaxy Squadron in blue and then red and silver foil. Shadow V-Wing Starfighter. Hashtag 0109. No, I understand it's a pound. I just wanted to trigger the elderly. Star Wars. Round back, Star Wars. More pictures of features of the ship. A little hologram of the ship. A little card they want you to cut out. I don't do that. And then I guess the 1 of 5000 is the hologram X-Wing. And then the B-Wing, the Rise of Skywalker Poe X-Wing, and then the Special Forces TIE Fighter. So, and then Disney and your logos and barcodes underneath. So, very standard packaging stuff. If you buy any Star Wars toy, you've seen it all before. Let's open it up, see what we get here. So, here's the Imperial V-Wing out of the packaging. We'll start by taking a look at the figures. I consider them accessories. So, it comes with this little astromech. On the Republic one, it was labeled as R4P17, which is Obi-Wan's, which is a little wild, but whatever. It's painted very nice. Sculpt works very good, of course. Got a little bit of red and a little gray on the dome and stuff, and a little red on the arms. Otherwise, he's white. Has the peg in the bottom. We'll set him off to the side. And we have our V-Wing pilot, which looks like a Phase 2 clone pilot, but in black with gray. And a lot of nice little gray painting on the tubes. And it looks good. And the nice little straps there. Like all Micro Galaxy figures, the arms swing forward in a pair, and the legs swing forward in a pair for a seating position. I'll show you these guys seated there directly. Looking at the ship, it's actually a pretty nicely detailed little ship. So the V-Wing, I think we see it briefly in Revenge of the Sith. It seems to be more of like an expanded, like a video game kind of ship, which is cool. It folds up very compact when landed. It looks very nice. Features a landing gear underneath that swings underneath. And then the wings, the tips of the wings kind of work as the back landing gears, which is fine. So there's an astromech droid port. It's underneath these 2 panels that fold up. And you can peg your astromech droid in there like so. Now underneath in the center of this tubing, you can actually push a button that ejects the astromech, so you don't have to like dig to get the figure out. That's nice. There's also a swing open canopy here, and that looks really good as well. And the figure, you just bend him into the seating position. You fish him into the cockpit, which I guess looking in there also has a little bit of nice sculpting. No paint, but it's sculpted nice. And then you just close the cockpit lid. And everyone is in there nice and secure. So these armor plates can move back over. They can like protect the astromech. I kind of like the idea of that. Again, I don't know if they're supposed to be like in flight mode like that, or maybe when landed they're like that, and then in flight mode, like, you think, I mean, it makes sense, you know, like cover your buddy. Features some nice little cannons. There's some black markings. Now that cog, I'm not sure. I'm familiar with it. It's not the normal Imperial cog, and it's not the Republic cog, and I was looking online, and I could not find that symbol. If someone can help me figure out what that symbol is, that'd be cool. I feel like I've seen it before. But my mind has just been drawing a blank on it for like 2 days. So, help a guy out. As far as the wings go, when they're folded up like this, it's nice you bring the bottom one up, and then everything kind of just has to twist. I mean, there's not really any great fluid motion to it, but that's how you want it at the end. So over here, we'll do the same thing. Thank you, Ood. And like so. Thank you, Ood. And like so, you have your V-Wing in a flight mode. It's kind of giving me slight TIE Fighter vibes, the tall wings on each side. But then it's also Republic Hero Starfighter because it's long and slender, and it looks really cool. It feels like a very swooshable ship, if you will. It's done in a very nice, kind of like light gray, maybe almost tan plastic. Wow, he's really talking. Thanks, buddy. It's got a nice little wash going on. I am really just happy with how it looks. A little bit of yellow on the engine, silver in the back, and then there's silver on the piping down below. So, I mean, it's sculpted really cool. I do like the presentation here. And again, like I said, it's a ship that I don't really know much of anything about. But, like, it's done really well. I'm happy to have it. And I think that's really the end of it, is like, what can you say other than it looks cool? To do a brief size comparison, setting it down, here is the Imperial Troop Transport, which actually, they're similar in size. The Troop Transport's just bulky. And then here is a Imperial TIE Fighter. And here is this one's Ahsoka's, but it is the Jedi Starfighter, and they're similar in size. And then the Jedi Interceptor is, of course, a smaller vehicle. So, as you expect, it scales pretty well. These micro-galaxy ships do a good job of that normally. And all in all, I'm pretty happy with it. So, at the end of the day, what do I think of the Imperial V-Wing? It's a not essential ship, but that's kind of the nice thing about it being a rare. And again, even though I said it's not that rare, like, it's a nice choice. It's something that's not essential, but it's really neat. The only reason I picked it up was, well, A, because it ended up being plentifully available, and B, I'm working on a little diorama of some Imperial ships, and like a little Imperial hangar. I thought it'd be cool to maybe have one of these like in the back with like a blanket over it, like, like a retired piece of equipment that just hasn't been sent off yet. So it's kind of going to be a little bit of a prop for me. But I'm really happy with it. I think it's a really cool ship. I think if you pick it up, you'll probably be happy with it too. And yeah, it's just a unique addition to the collection. So that's all I got to say about it. I don't think it's mandatory, but if you find one, it's neat. Thanks for watching. It means a lot that you did. If you enjoyed, you should leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that end of video stuff. You know the drill. As always, I will catch you next time. Until then, may the Force be with each and every one of you, and goodbye.